Coming up next, right here on the Fortminorproject channel, I'll be giving you guys my WWE TLC 2015 pay-per-view review, thoughts and opinions. You know what's coming up next. Roll that damn intro.
Inside me, a light was turned on. Then I was alive. If you close your eyes, your life, and then your truth revealed. The dreams you never lived and scars never healed. In the darkness, light will take you to the other side. And find me waiting there, you'll see if you just love your eyes.
Alright, so WWE TLC 2015 is in the record books, and to start things off, we had the kickoff match. We had Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch going head to head. In a way, if you will, a homecoming for Sasha Banks, and that was cool. Even though the network was down for a little while, this is like the second time that happened, and hopefully they'll get their shit together and actually have it be working again. Even though it was the kickoff, but I still wanted to see that match, and it's actually really rare that we do get to see a matchup like that on the kickoff, so maybe we'll get to see that again sometime soon. Like, I remember like the last great kickoff match with the Usos and the Shield. That was dope and awesome, and we got to see them here and there. So seeing Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch go at it for the kickoff, and these two actually work really well with each other, and basically what I expected, especially from what they done in NXT and everything. So Sasha Banks going over with the win, and gotta cheers to that for the Reds Apple Ale. Just thought I'd throw that off as a sponsor for the video, if you will. So Sasha getting the win makes sense, and that was actually really cool to see that. Then with the next match, where we started things officially for TLC, where we had the ladder match for the tag team titles between the New Day, we had the Lucha Dragons and the Usos. Insane 6 spots here, especially with the ladders, of course, as always, and I really enjoyed that. Points, I thought either one of the teams would have actually got the tag team titles, but who did win and retain? That's right, the New Day, and the New Day actually continuing their reign. I believe right now it's at 110 days from what they were saying at TLC, so that's actually pretty crazy. And as I'm doing this too at the same time with TLC still being on and everything, so just giving my thoughts and opinions still on top of that. But the New Day retaining, that's fine. I would have liked the Lucha Dragons to actually get the win, but that's fine with me. And the New Day retaining and keeping their tag team titles, that's cool with me. Then with the next match after that, where we had Ryback and Rusev began as a bonus match. Didn't really care for this one, honestly. I hope the feud is over and done with at this point, since we've basically seen it enough as it is. And this honestly could have been in the pre-show, but it is what it is. And with that being said, Ryback actually was defeated by Rusev, which was fine and everything, so hopefully it ends it there, and then we'll see what happens where Ryback and Rusev basically go from there, so we'll see. But overall, could have been better, but honestly didn't really care all that much about the match, so it was okay. Then with the next match, when we had the chairs match for the United States Championship. And with this one, this was a good match. I did enjoy it for what it was, and we actually didn't have Sid Colton with Alberto Del Rio, which was fine. And I didn't mind that, and having Alberto Del Rio out on his own, that's cool. That's how it should be, honestly, if you ask me. But in the end, Alberto Del Rio was able to retain and keep the U.S. Championship, and these two, I don't mind it when they mesh well. They actually do have some good matches, so this one was a good match, like I said, so Alberto Del Rio was able to keep his title, and we'll see what happens from there. Then with the next match, when we had the 8-man elimination tag team match between the Wyatt family and Team Extreme with the Dudley Boyz, Rhino, and Tommy Dreamer. And in the end, it could have went either way, if you ask me, between two teams, but when we had for the end and the result, well, we had the Wyatt family, which a much needed win, if you ask me, and that's fine. But it didn't matter if Team Extreme would have gotten the win, that would have been cool with me. But the Wyatt family getting a needed win, like I said, so that's cool and dope there. And pretty interesting spots too. We almost saw the fire too with the table and everything, but unfortunately that didn't happen. The Wyatt family didn't want any of that. and then in the end basically got rid of Team Extreme, and little by little, and up until the point where they just had Bubba Ray Dudley alone, and then they were able to eliminate him like that. So there you have it with that. So overall, it was a good match for what it was, so there you have it there. Then with the next match, which I thought was match of the night, if you ask me, for the IC title between Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens, and these two actually put out their all, and actually making it where either one of them could have actually won it. And in the end, did we get to see? Well, obviously we got not Kevin Owens, but Dean Ambrose as the IC champion now, and that's fine with me. Either way, could have went either or on that one, so that's dope and awesome for Dean Ambrose to get the IC championship, and we'll see where that's gonna go. And I'm sure we'll probably get another match between these two, probably at the Royal Rumble to end things there. We'll see what happens. So yeah, Dean Ambrose is getting the IC championship. Cool deal. Then from there we move on to the Divas title match where we had Charlotte and Paige, and it looks to be, as of right now, we might get to see hopefully a Fatal 4-Way or a Triple Threat, maybe adding Sasha and Becky Lynch, which I would like to add for the Royal Rumble just to add a twist to this whole entire thing. And Charlotte actually retaining and keeping the Divas title, which is fine. I mean, I wouldn't have been against either with Paige winning and everything, but probably at the Royal Rumble we will get to see her get the Divas title and everything. So I will say this, having Charlotte as a heel right now, and with her being with Ric Flair, I think that's fine. It's working a lot more better now, so I'd like to see where this is going to progress more, and to see how her heel character is going to go out, and I'm sure Paige will actually become more of the babyface and everything into this one, since I wouldn't mind seeing that either. So it's kind of hard to tell in the way of where Paige is going to go out of this. So hopefully, like I said, maybe we get that fatal 4-way or triple threat match for the Divas Championship, like I said. So Charlotte getting the win there. Then we get into the main event for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship with Roman Reigns and Sheamus. Overall, it was a pretty good match. Not really the best TLC match, if you ask me. But in the end, Sheamus was able to retain and keep his WWE World Heavyweight Championship with the help of the League of Nations, and basically getting to his chance to stay as champion. And Roman almost actually got the title, but of course that wasn't the case with the League of Nations getting involved and helping out Sheamus. So, you know, overall with TLC, how did I feel about it? It was a pretty good show at best. That's where I'm gonna state things off there. So we'll see what 2016 is gonna be able to bring to us. So there's that. What you like and what you didn't like about the show, feel free to leave your comments down below in the comment section. As always, I love to hear you guys' thoughts and feedback. And yeah, the New Year's basically about here. And until then, I will be watching the NXT TakeOver London. But I'm not too sure about doing a review on that just yet, so I might be back for that, but that remains to be seen. But of course I will be checking that out. Should be dope there for that show. As always, I really enjoy TakeOver, so that should be well worth it. And with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoy your holiday and going into the new year for your Christmas, your New Year's, and holiday overall. And until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video, whenever the hell that may be. Peace.